The whole city of LA is now Skid Row. That's the reality. I don't think Mayor Bass deserves another term.
Where's the money, Karen? Karen, do you have the receipts, Karen? If you got the receipts, you win. Ain't no receipts.
As far as Spencer Pratt, he's absolutely correct.
Oh, you can't imagine the way that this cash feeling. Don't know what's harder, the first or the...
Hi, I'm Hailey Gomez, and I am a California investigative reporter for the Daily Signal. This is vlog 5,600 and whatever on Skid Row.
Ooh, Viva Skid Row!
I always get sketched out when I first come down here because I never know who the hell is out here.
Seems a little sketchy.
From my experience though, depending on where you're at, people don't like the camera. There's been a lot of call out of Bass and Cynthia Rahman.
1,500 people. When we do have this
1,500 people.
Up and running,
$400 million we spent on her program.
I have a lot of confidence
she has tried to fight audits.
It's 500 feet away from a school. You know, it just doesn't.
Who are both running for Los Angeles mayor.
Election! Election! Election!
Along with Spencer Pratt. So Spencer Pratt is kind of the underdog in this whole race. He has called out a lot of issues that the city has, including the money that NGOs are profiting off of, the homelessness, the fires, all of it has kind of accumulated. And there is a real big following that he has gotten over the last, I would say from February. He announced his race in January on the anniversary of the Palisades fire. Which really sparked, no pun intended, but it sparked his call out of the city and the politicians around here and the corruption that has been going on for years that no one essentially wants to address at this point.
Somebody say something.
Every time that I've come down on Skid Row, come down to talk to people, have talked to people who've worked closely with homelessness issues, it is always the same thing that I hear, is that there is billions of dollars that has been poured into these services, these NGOs, these things that are supposed to help people get off the street, and yet none of them ever see the profits of it.
What the hell is going on?
The question that has always remained, at least for my reporting over the last, 6 months on this place, has been where the hell is the money actually going? Because these people don't see it.
Where is my money?
And there are advocates inside that will tell you, advocates for the NGOs, advocates for certain services around here that say, they are helping, they help people off the streets, but this whole thing is very intricate. If you take one of the issues like harm reduction services, now these are labeled by advocates that are for the practice to basically lowering the death of drugs. So you have Narcan being placed, but you also have Pookie pipes being passed out, the tin foil, and it's kind of enabling this addiction. And so a lot of people here that live on the streets, that live in permanent housing, that are in this day-to-day life, are actually really against harm reduction. They don't believe that these services should be happening because it enables the addiction, and therefore you have a mix of people who are trying to get off the streets, they're trying to get a job, they're trying to, live their life, they're trying to get back on their feet. And it's mixed with people who are stuck in the addiction.
And join us in a celebration of absolute chaos.
So Spencer Pratt has talked heavily about, putting people back in mental health services, making sure that they're actually getting the services that keep them off the streets. And some of those, are going to take years. You can't just put someone that has been addicted to meth for X amount of months, X amount of years, and think that they're going to go through rehab for 1 month and they're going to be fine. It's not how it works. But we are going to go out in the streets. We're going to talk to my source that I've made down here and see what else people are saying. One, about the LA mayor's race, and two, about the services that are happening around here, and if they feel like Bass has done an adequate job.
Here we go.
I've been down here in Skid Row, for 26 years. I started out in the streets, moved into SRO, now I'm in another building, affordable housing. As far as Mayor Bass, I don't believe a word she says anymore. I mean, she's constantly saying that things are getting better, homelessness is going down, tries to confuse us with semantics like sheltered homelessness versus unsheltered homelessness. Well, if unsheltered homelessness went down and now they're sheltered homeless, that means that they're still homeless. Where's the permanent housing?
Good question.
As far as I'm concerned, the mayor's race, I don't think Mayor Bass deserves another term.
Do you have any thoughts on Cynthia? I mean, she's obviously been around here, LA City Council.
Cynthia Rahman, where did she come from? How long has she lived in LA? I mean, I came from somewhere else, but I've been here, it's 99, so about 26 years, right? So she has no qualifications to be talking about what needs to happen in the city of LA. Damn! Homelessness in Skid Row is no longer just Skid Row. There is no such thing as containment. You can't contain what the drug dealers don't want contained. The people that run Skid Row are not the nonprofits. It's not the city. It's not the LAPD. The people that run Skid Row are the drug dealers, are the gang members. And what they do is this is their regional distribution for drug sales. They don't want problems here. They hide behind the homeless in Skid Row. What people do, they come down here, they party, they buy their drugs, and they scatter all over the city. And it's going to continue to get worse until people confront that issue that, no, they're everywhere. The whole city of LA is now Skid Row. That's the reality. I think everybody's sick of it. Even the people on the street are sick of it. Even the people living in low-income housing are sick of it. They're not doing anything. Yeah. Where's the money? Where's the money going? Yeah. Well, I already told you where the money's going. It's going in their pocket. It's going in their pockets. We know. We've seen it. But the question is, why do they fight so hard to not be accountable for that money? That's the question.
He's got a point.
I want to know what nonprofits get the money, how much they get, where it goes, and what the results are. And from what I've seen, there's no result. Karen does not deserve she doesn't deserve to be the mayor again. She doesn't. As far as Spencer Pratt, he's absolutely correct. There's no reason why we can't do these things. I agree with him that laws should be enforced.
Intriguing.
So what are your thoughts on the race? You have Bass, who's already been in here, Nynthia, who's on LA City Council, she comes down every so often, and then you have Pratt, who is kind of an underdog now.
Honestly, like, Skid Row's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. As far as how I feel about any mayor, look at all the mayors I've had in the past. What's another person going to come and do to try to fix this whole situation? We're worldwide now.
What do you think about his policies? I mean, he wants to reinstitute like mental facilities, mental services, hone in on that, and then he wants to clean up the streets. Do you think
that would be great. You know, that'd be nice of him to do that. You know, you're looking at a very big situation where it's not just this little area, which is very condensed. You're looking at people who are just like way out in the boonies that have their tents up in like Rancho Cucamonga sometimes, you know. So it's just going to get refilled once all that gets established.
So if he doesn't come in, you think that do you think it's going to get worse or stay the same?
It's going to stay the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at its worst.
Yeah.
You know, there's no, you can't go any further with hitting the ceiling. We've already hit the ceiling. You know?
Yeah.
That's been years already.
You like totally hit rock bottom.
Politician-wise, any of these people can say they're going to do what they're going to do. But you're not going to change a person, you know what I'm saying? So, what they're really looking at is tackling like drug cartels, which is life-threatening in its own, you know? They're looking at tackling somebody's mental issues, which they could just run out the front door, you know, they're going to open up a facility like in Norwalk, like the facilities we got there, off of Norwalk Boulevard. You know, that helped. Buildings are, you know, termite rated, but, you know, there's still plenty of space to put places for people to stay.
Yeah.
You know, the government doesn't suffer from lack of funds. You know, that's just a joke.
They lie. They're liars.
And what do you think about the mayor's race right now? You know, Bass is in office, Nynthia, who's been on LA City Council, is running, and then you also have Spencer Pratt, who's kind of the underdog in this. Do you have any thoughts on what's going on?
I liked Karen for a while, and then she started screwing up. And so right now, it's up in the air. I don't know.
She screwed up.
Pratt has really talked about getting people off of the streets and bringing back mental facilities that are going to help people. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because I'm an ex-psych nurse, and what I'd like to see is when they have somebody that's wigging out, you know, and it's obviously mental. Before, they used to go ahead and, when I was still nursing, they used to make sure that they had a mental health worker or an LPT, which was I was licensed psych to go ahead and calm them down instead of the police going ahead and having to tackle them and all this other stuff. We could talk them down and usually get them into the car and then off to the psych unit, you know, to the acute psych unit that they needed.
What do you think is going to take for the streets out here in Skid Row to be cleaned up? Do you think that they could?
During the day, they're fantastic.
Okay.
At night, it's
something else.
It's something else. I don't come out here.
The long night is coming.
So who do you think's going to win?
Not her.
Do you think Nynthia or Spencer?
Everybody else before her, she will not win.
Okay.
And the reason why she will not win, because this woman is constantly lying. She lied about putting people in houses. She's not done none of that. This woman stole and told them to water shit down to the fire department. How the fuck you gonna water something down and you know the truth? And a lot of shit Karen is doing, it don't make sense at all. This woman is a snake. Snake. She's doing good now, you know why?
Why?
Because she got a fire lit up on her ass. She should have been doing this from the beginning. She waited too late. And then another thing, what they really fucked up at, when they were stealing the money, they should have waited for the Olympics to get here. Around this time, they should have been setting up to take the big money. But they waited and went too fast because they needed the big money right away. They all never seen that much money. That's over all of their pay raise. You know, that's over their head. They never saw that, so they had to take it. So by them taking these people who stole, a lot of them are not going to jail. I don't give a fuck about the money, because I know I'm going to get it. I don't give a fuck about the money. I want to see them locked up. And that part is the most important part to me. Because I like to see them suffer. Because they did a lot of wrong shit to people of all color and poor people.
Yeah.
And they get mad when somebody like me is talking because I'm telling the truth.
Do you ever ask yourself where the money's going?
I asked Karen where the money was going.
What'd she
I said,
say?
Karen, where's the money, Karen? Karen, do you have the receipts, Karen? If you got the receipts, you win. Ain't no receipts. How you gonna win something and you got no proof? And they still up here asking a question. What you're supposed to be doing, put it in front of Congress so you can tell a lot of Congress, and then after you tell a lot of Congress, then they arrest her ass.
Karen? Yeah, Karen.
Even though it's in the federal court right now, okay, we understand what's going on. He got to get all the proof. Trump knows he's a thief. Trump cannot renege on his word saying, I wouldn't give nobody my money that I can trust. I ain't gonna put it on exactly how he said it. But I don't trust no motherfucker. And he's right. So by him saying that, they should be prosecuted. Trump, go ahead, do what you gotta do, my man. Handle that bitch. Also, right along with the U.S. attorney that you got in Judge Carter Caroon. Because if y'all don't do that, you're gonna look like Willie Poo-Poo, Joe Sausage, and Joe Blow. That includes Judge Carter, Trump, and the U.S. attorney. People will laugh at you everywhere you go when they see that you allow L.A. to run away with billions of dollars. This is the biggest ripoff in history.
One of the services that we've been talking about is harm reduction. What about the needles that they hand out and the pookie pipes?
The people who sponsor that should be going to jail instead of the people who use them. You know what I do? Because you're enticing them to do it. How would you like it if I gave it to your brother or sister, Karen Bath? If I gave them a pipe or either a needle shooting on them? You won't like that, I Karen. But you sponsor it though, Karen. Yeah, you sponsor it. Look how good you look. Look how good you look, Karen. Karen, it's getting close to the end for us. So we ought to go ahead and tell the truth, Karen. Because you're looking very bad. You know? People trusted you, and look what you do, Karen. You hire all your criminals. All your criminals. And look how you look, Karen.